Bismillah. The CO2 level, what we have on the limit from the H2O level, they can't make a fusion. With them don't can make a fusion, the 2O, the H2O is already full. They can't make a fusion and can't go up, make a pressure. And with the production from the CO2 give a chain reaction, repeatedly more pressure. Understand what I mean? With them start the energy move like you make some cart and with fire burn it. The level from the Brie level, what we call H2O level, goes faster and faster, smaller and smaller. What is the clearing for that? So it's easy to understand. The ocean level is from heat. The ocean level what we have at the moment is critical. Not with the reason it's so tall, it was taller before, but with the magnetic field, how is confirmed and controlled in our system and the shifts from the elements and the constellation inside, how thick is this, how much is the elements and pressure. Understand what I mean? In this artery is the level of the water wide over some places critically. Why? Example, if the magnetic shield and other control and the gravity and other control at the end, then no problem. Why? Need more wide to crack it down. You understand what I mean? But the element structure, what they are pressed together to piece of iron, piece of stone, and piece of piece of other elements is in a wide. If the limit is over, the crackdown. And this chain reaction, the water wide, is on our ocean, and with the magnetic shield pressed together, yes, with them, like Mariengraben, is the ocean level don't control and make the white lower, is a chain reaction for in the other limit crack a critical situation. All people I know, if they see a picture from Jupiter or Venus, say, impressive, what is that for rings? If they know how physically power and chain reaction was on this planet, they don't want a ring come, I swear. But with ignoring the balancing with respect for make Alaska stronger and colder, not with the reason the ice cream there is not beautiful if the sun is over her skin. She is beautiful already, but she is our endurance and our reserve for hard time. And she needs Africa too, and we needs Africa too. Well, before was in Alaska and in Antarctic and Antarctic and Alaska colder, with the reason more rivers flow in Africa. You understand? But not balancing there anymore, and the CO2 additional production included the volcanoes in Italy and make the belt pressure and the test from nuclear bombs and other stuff make the CO2 pressure so strong over the belt. The African guys have already not so much water, but in a deeper shift is so they lost. They lost some from those clouds with the pressure on the belt, and they lost the rivers was smaller from the pressure before it's already hotter in the belt. And this is the reason we pass the time for Africa. Whoa, we need to close and secure our belly, our heart of nature, the creation for future. Water flow, water come, tasteful forever. If we do right smart, come together, dig together, plant forever, love ever and ever for better. Africa's, Africa's love and mercy is and rain to see. Whoa. Alaska, your Quincy, your hills melted down, roadways changed to rivers, rivers flow to ocean, the white cracked town. Vibration and disaster come time of time, year of year, day of day. Oh, Alaska. It's a message on the songs from the Peacemaker for how is our job. Not for the reason he like to sing us all only. Give beautiful stars. I love they have a beautiful voice, but you have a job. You have to remind no war anymore. God reported in Holy Book, Quran, the size of those make blasphemy before us, and killing and don't respecting. Additional two of this right is to don't respecting what is the actually doing. You understand what I mean? Is there guys before don't respect was killed with the brother from the son. It's very, very important to know those respect, not without reason. Try to respect with all have. The seeds and the planting vegetables make thousands of quadrat miles, not trees. And some people today is only immigrant come there and buy it and say and plant it and use it and don't try to understand who is the peacemaker. If they visit them, see them, I have to shut down. He's my concurrent. He won't make walnut trees and use from them grandfather's trees and knows. He knows. He feel it. But if he was smart, he tried to reach Peacemaker. Then the Peacemaker won't make the same systems and see the places how systems for the children coming soon survive. If he don't goes with the nut trees in the garden from other guys for market, he make it on the forest. Of the size of the forest, with is important for breeding. Maybe is still there, but is included trees the people have fight against cannibalism. For people like Nicola, if they go in the forest after 100 years, if they survive so long, the breed level is very, very important. They found places full nuts and they have not eat a human, but they work the secret black businesses work there. The people start to eat human, the bad tricking. This is the reason why I can't, when I say I report from a mountain, forget how important is how a mountain grow to a tooth, how mountain shows faces like tunnel systems, why this was before ocean, and in Arizona and in China, on the copper and iron places, they have any way to make balances. Then this guy Yeti and this guy Bigfoot are only some witnesses from the rest. Some people make shows about that, I know that, lie, and this is make us problem. But some from those was only survivors with the last power come up and die. Understand what I mean? With climbing and swim in the tunnel systems is under the copper barriers, copper blockage and iron blockage, and with them try to figure out what is this for a world upside the star, what we called over river, over earth, where we bullet our houses. For this, the big whole tunnel systems sometimes is in water, sometimes is without water, sometimes changed with fire, then again is clear and filled again with water, is in a circle. They try to come up there, swim there, climb there, lost fingers and other parts, and die on this for reach over. But some reach, and we've seen how tall this is. I say again, from my videos I reported in North America by the native, they have problems before, and was happy if a Viking come there, have a tall, huge body, 220 centimeters, yani 2 meters and 20. They was happy have soul assessment for a guy eat human is 5 meters and 60 centimeters, 560 centimeters. This is much. Some garages is in this small, in this tall. They can use some garages for our trucks like a seat. So it says, by the China guys, there was those from them reporting what I found around 4 meters 90 to 5 meters and 20. You understand what I mean? Gives a meaning why the China wall give for reach the heads easily if they hold size come out. So you have to understand this is a danger additional. Not all population we hit when the magma come out. Some from those degrees too, in a small size. But those unsize come out is heavy enough from all size, and some revelation is reported and hadith is reported. Those size come out make pressure from all places. So a lot of people come out, eat human. Additional human don't learn what is this for a task world. Change to the rich guy is the rich guy is the boss, and the poor guy is the resource, and start to farm the poor guys. Some from those use as workers, some from those make dinner for the worker, and try to save those fruits and stuff for himself. Very, very important. In this time, gives many people have wisdom, start slowly and slowly, only eat vegetables. Why? They have in the heart the feeling something is wrong. Why? With the pressure, the second star come too. Not seeable energy to us. The size of those won't understand the truth goes more and more irritated. Maybe some goes in the hospital and don't understand what is this for feeling change me. Why? With the size of liars, they don't find the truth and knows how we live is not anymore protect the wisdom. Some from the police work for the democracy, we think, and backstab us our time. All the time. The balancing live in the democracy looks like a pressure over pressure. A laptop make pressure over pressure. The starting to a job, starting to find a way without hurt anyone, goes to a place. I select some food, or some people smoke some cigarettes, or my children have eat, or the car taxes have insurance and taxes have to be paid, or the gas has to pay, or my house, if I have any more a house, requires have to be paid. In a level not balance anymore. Have. And the Fortean resource is overfilled with secure, all overfilled places secured in nature areas. Those places where there's no resource, what the market can balance is more animals. Maybe they make it free. Why? For the reason the human are be tricked and they hold those screw of prices what they like, have sometimes not a balancing, except the taxpayer pays and is my resource and I have overwin. And the title, the John called me the super manager. From the super manager last year, I make 200% more win. He don't resemble, he don't understand in this size. He knows, but he don't understand for this calculation what he reach. 1,000 people die around the world. Some from freeze, some from hungry, some from thirsty, some from junkies. Pull someone need assistance, trick him, and this guy lost the kidneys, lost the organs, and those feel be the hero. But in the truth, they are the vampire. Don't live every time here. Don't reach if they use in this stuff without damage from the hellfire, the paradise. And if they in paradise, they are marked, degreased in paradise, and with the mercy from God for the protecting, finding the true wisdom and protecting the true wisdom for himself in the heart after killing, they become the mercy from God to reach after a strafe in the hell is higher at the death and taste. Here to reach paradise. But mostly from those our neighborhood from far on never become curing, never become healed, never become reach the doors to paradise. And they are already involved in the risk if they live yet to don't can lift this white is over those chests, over those heads, over those back. You understand what I mean? But if God want, some maybe wake up and understand, hey, I am smarter manager if we use our time for the truth and I stop with them, hurt other and try to protect the freedom. And this is very, very hard to find. But you can use it. You know this. And they say maybe someone, maybe you know this button, maybe some group of students goes rich for this button. PT. Maybe you speak with them innovation center. Bring the people that them won't have to clear the world, clean the world. Maybe I am the liar. Maybe I say the truth. Maybe you speak with them guy, want use the wishing become money back to reach others' hearts if they don't want given any food for that, for share this icon. And some people in a critical time, if they start to clean up the streets, can buy for that some biscuit. The street is cleaner. Plastic, if no gravity action change in the world, need around 10,000 to 20,000 years to morph to Earth. Yani, he assists in this critical situation but survive, clear the world from the pressures, from make it dirty. He cleaned the world. You understand what I mean? Maybe you speak with them, you see the guy yet. God knows best. But this icon can only come when the person have only the same ID, and the people is in the back listen him, have for moments to understand with who they speak. You understand what I mean? They knows, the same guys knows, I sleep in tears down where I hear someone make the film 2012. And with the film, what they make only pressures without ways to understand what is the test and report data so wrong. And the people is like Ayman when someone report over an action, super volcanoes come, super all earthquakes come and make change in all our lives. No job anymore, no bank anymore, no credit cards anymore. If the star come, is EMP bomb and whole world and a impulse from 0.0001 to 0.0001. Yani 4 zeros after the point and 6 zeros after the point. This is our that limits what they make the impulse from some neutron stars. And magnetar is a neutron star, but in a pre-form, in a skin, before morph to a pulsar. So you have to understand a dark star in this level is in a size from LA or New York, not taller, but the power is like our sun. Some people say 1.6 times more as the sun. I say no. I say 0.9 to 1.6, but maybe I change this after 1.3, but there I need more data. But they was professor, and I don't say they was wrong. And I say, okay, but it's powerfully. I say maybe 0.9 star lost his gas resource, can be morphed to a black magnetar with the lower impulse and lower detonation, and maybe with the lower or slower magnetic effects around and slower magnetic sticks would not have so much pressure, but I say it's before available. Some people say more as me. This is the reason they say it's powerfully that what can. For some stamps I see on the world is powerfully, but with the calculation from 1.6 don't match to our sun system 100%. It's weaker, but all planets make this effect when come near can make the same effect. All attributes pointed minimum to a magnetar, and when not to a called a black star, called to an antimateria star. All reaction what we have on the hills, under the world, under the underworld, yani, under the water, this size of world and some other creation have reflecting and changing with the white too from the sizes all needs a white larvae of power from the gravity, and much witnesses is in a short but powerfully fast time come action, there's the magnetic shield over, need fast restart is the pole situation what we have, North Pole and South Pole, this can be moved. This is all actions needs a high mass of gravity in a short time, and this all in the speed from 70,000 kilometers an hour, all pointed of a magnetar, like the sticks places hit it to the detonation yet what the people seen in the sun what not was before, shadows and balls growth before too, but in the last years they see like sticks come inside the sun in a chain reaction, not to explosion to implosion. You understand what I mean? Like the in the sun give some chain reaction, react not anymore explosion, whole size of implosion. You understand what I mean? This is a reason some bombardment bombs come over the sun we can't see in fast time, and they go in, they want in. You understand what I mean? And this is a hint for us. We have a heavy time, and looks like the 2500 years come near, how the sun become visit from his brother, like a dark brother, make much precious in this level all time the civilization have a hall of size of killing without the reason and using blasphemy. This is the reason you have to change your money with print we trust in God. In some things we come together. You understand what I mean? Why? The size of the animals and junkies and other people stamp of the name of God, but don't respecting what is wrote down in coins. The people don't respecting is so a lot is don't respect the name from God. Understand what I mean? Very. God have no damage from no respecting. He don't need the humans, but the humans have. Give a guy before many years, after a hard time, he respect once the name from God he find on the floor. He pick up that, bring us to his house and to in his clean high places. After he changed a life from someone was before in bars and coffee and move around to a rightful guy, where he goes, flowers and green start to work out and the blesseds come. He was famous for that. You know, so he changed with respecting the name from God, his character, and become more. And goes famous with them become more. Whole countries knows this history is around 500 or 600 years yet. You understand what I mean? So he was like a legendary with respecting wants the name from God. So, give some political, don't make it. With respecting the name from God can change whole situation, whole own country. With respecting God's name, and don't print on a coin the people sat on the floor where a dog or someone is drunky pee after. It's very, very important. They use blasphemy and the don't respecting God, stealing and killing and tricking. On the highest level from the civilization come the pressure, make all deleted. All innovation, some 50 guys, 500 guys, 1,000 guys seen, and after seen 30 years flam, 50 years flam, reported like a fantasy, some survivors. We have before green waters, green hills, green dead, white waters, white hills, white dead. Like a dream, the children grow up in this time, never seen. But try, if they was involved with them, what my grandfather and grandmother led before 2,500 years, selecting plant trees and vegetables for the civilization and the strong magnetic field, protect us too from nuclear detonation from our sun, nuclear streams and shots from our sun come back. And so what I mean, this is not a fantasy. It looks like a fantasy. I say that is my film is one from the historical film change nations and make games of fantasy we need all the next years. But you don't find someone understand. They seen the true as terrorist is involved with the hands, what they eat and drink. And networkers from super rich guys with don't respect and fill the size of killing around the world too are in drugs and human crime and maybe they are involved without know that. In a hard time, his own cousin and his own cousin children are be cut out for his family have a bloodline is million worth. If they was American citizen, understand what I mean? And he sing from love. Wake up, Laura. I don't speak without. I don't live anything. I see much in America too. So I say to you guys, you have to wake up. You have to understand how the size of the mountains come together. You find mountains in 2 hours grow to length from 2,800 kilometers. 2 hours. So much pressure can give in a situation. I live in Rhineland by Wiesbaden. It's one from the centers from a super volcano. Have a brother in north. It's a super volcano too. Of my part is 53 kilometers. The mount center from the north is in Köln, have 51. But with the pressure and the witnesses they left, give a gravity situation, both come out together and was only a super volcano with 2 mounts, but yet he opened both mounts and have a length from 172 kilometers. It's a lot, huh? And the ocean of volcano lava they set after in waves move after to the mountains what we know in the Austria and Bayern and Oberstdorf and Swiss, what we know is this tall Alpen. In 2 hours grows up the hot stone, break through like tools, very hard. With the pressure, if the star, with the pressure, the star come, and the pressure from, what is the pressure from 70,000 kilometers an hour go away. Understand what I mean? And this is not some things we have to ignore. The more we do with love to do that, with protection, is no place for pressure, is no place for killing, is no place. We have a job. Re-level, make safer our magnetic shield back to 1650 meters. I say to you, with trusting what this on my family, 2000 meter is our actually level what the Native American have before survived before 2500 years, but where we rode it down this level was already in 1600 meters, and I am happy as Peacemaker when we reach that back. This means we have to work and give ways with the Sweet Ocean River. Give ways. They make already companies, they don't work to that. Only for block the Peacemaker. If they was truly, they become emails from me, they was first here. And believe me, with them ignore the Peacemaker. Have the command give from council or from president, the size of dying of the earth goes more and more. The thinking this is a homeless guy, he make only a fantasy. The hills, the stars, the areas in the whole world have witnesses fully make my message and my rank. How true is it? That rank make God for me. And if they ignore me, God kill many other that they don't respect who created God and who collected together. They are easy with we are the Peacemaker and stop with steal from the Peacemaker. You understand? And assist the projects. And this is the reason they want, you are blind, and the black businesses they have in the back, they make money from organs and make a system like they use already in Africa and other places. We make you guys a forte. You have no water. You want only water. But if we need, we come here and pick up one for work for us. But this black guy think he come to America, Europe, Spain, any place, or maybe already in Africa, in Seychelles. They cut it off, this guy. Take the organs out and give it someone else. This is an Islamic wisdom and for the understanding the truth. How they use the advertisement too. They have make so many fortains than in Africa. They are our enemies. They are those make the size of killing if the star come with them. Hate these actions. God hate these actions. But them hate these actions, the weight of damage higher. Understand that. They are not the peoples, they help Africa. I swear by God, they are the people, they damage our whole world with make a fortain with blood. Why? Jacob, big messenger, make us a hint. His knife don't cut his son, for we have a message, don't do and use an animal. Use marketing, use sharing. If someone do it, he learn, he become many pressure from God. He is not happy with them action in grave time, and he is not happy after. And this is, the guys have all seconds after do that. Use all seconds before the last smell come for selecting the true. If they was not before on the truth, say, give no God except God, and Muhammad is his messenger. Come back to Adam, come back to Jesus, come back to Abraham, come back to Noah, come back to all prophets, and do the nice for God before they end in this. And the size of the killing around the world with the pressure from the star come. And the white is how many people was, remind himself, this is a test word, we have to protect each other. If they lower, is the reason the size of the owners of slave in the hell is higher. And this is reason too, more and more days where the pressure is after the star is out on the earth for restart the magnetic fields and restart the bow spools, what we call the travel from the earth in the north and the south. All time what they need is a lot of days. What we have without protection, bombardation from nuclear streams and other particles from the universe. And something is very, very important. The peacemaker was someone understand what we need for you too. With them disrespecting, stealing, and we seen some mercies after. What they try to move up with some smart heads too, bring together what he said, what we can do, speak together, but with the wall, don't respect the peacemaker God created. If he was an asshole before, if the signs come out, he is the peacemaker, try to make himself with you and make him to your mirror. Maybe this art how he think. If he not anymore here, you copying so much, the people have ships to the paradise and ships in magma and lava here. It's very important. Many people think if I say something looks like little, but disrespecting that after, sometimes after days, some people die and I can't protect my own mother. If I seen before and I warn her, please don't do so. I can't protect my mother, how my grandfather can protect me. I scare when if my grandfather speak anything, I was still and try understand all words. Then I have experience. If I don't respect my grandfather's words, me hit the words with don't respecting. Give some people have this word, and sometimes he don't become directly the rank the people see that. But after a while, I seen that what he said come was a test for me. Looks like his bloodline have a chain I can't understand, and where I start to use that after in some situation, I remind him with the blessed of the teachers I meet for use his advice and use his doing for the nice. You understand? So I can remind my grandfather. And some doctors cut other humans for money, spot over him, he have a belt with seeds, have a big root of protection, go back to 2,500 years to the Native American. Very, very important. And this wisdom was so charged some European guys to use. Some European guys see so much pressure and have 100 years after so scared they don't bullet one house on earth. So a lot in Europe, fire come out. If the fire come out, my house is from wood, and before he can kill me, I try to survive with my house with the size of water is around me, and bullet on sticks, houses on water, wood houses. Just changing around 800 years or start in the architecture to change that. A short wisdom about my teacher was a racist woman, jumping hard from racist and Republican. This is the reason too I have much sidewise seen from Republican. If I don't use Republican, mostly the people acting to racism and use the Republican only a shield from democracy. It's very important. This is the reason I go then to the left. But in the roots I was like a Republican, first myself, then my around, my city, then the earth. So the level grow up. Before I tried to hold all and lost all. But in this time so many poison are charred, you lost all if you say only one true word. For the people, not for God. This woman don't like it I speak about stars. Don't like it. She disqualified me from my second elementary class where I was 8 years. For I printing a star, she call it, oh, you print a holy Christmas star. I say, no, I print the murderer from the dinosaurs. She say, you attack my country, culture, you have to go directly. I wrote a letter for my mother, for my mother. Oh, I say the truth, become a hit. They don't want to understand. I go. Then I have, in the school, I love trees. I love trees. And tan trees too. She want, I make a tan tree after tan tree, and tan tree under tan tree. And she want, make other pictures. And she want, I have to make it with balls and candles, and it's my job. If not, we have problems. That's not diplomacy, that's not democracy. She was racist and make my hard time in elementary school. But where I was in the second class, my reading was not so strong. Second class, I think, or third class, near third class was that. My reading was not so strong. I say all the time to her, you don't want I read. If you want I can read. Where's the book you give me? I can't train, I give you back. She bring me a book. And say to me, forget the stars, try to work out that. Then you know where you are. A book of historic from Italian guys and German. And some Swedish information was there too. I wrote that. I read that. I find stems from situation they scare the fire from. The star come again. With the reaction what the innovation make without need in around. 100 for years they don't know how level need the star come back. They prepare houses and stuff and use material. They have the wisdom to make stone houses. They don't do for scare. Come at night and all houses is gone. And why they make a stone house? Wood house is faster. You understand what I mean? And You can make wood houses in the water, and when you have luck, this is like a float, like so boat, with woods of the wood. It's like swim a while, and the hard time maybe you survive. This was the reason why they used this in this timeline. So a lot. They scared the fire come back from the star. Understand what I mean? I reported her. She take the book and she say to me, "You have to stop with them. You become so many problems." I swear that. And all the time, a soldier group was all 1 week after, 2 week after, sometimes 2 weeks after follows on my school, and I think I scared my mother don't understand, and they want pick up me and maybe kill me. I was around 8 years and 9 years. You understand what I mean? This was not in a dictator. This was in a democratic land, Germany. Yes? How much power they invest to me to make pressure, and God let with their own words they don't understand. One from the Sunny, here how the commandant say with own words by the travel by Oberstdorf in Bayern, Bavaria, they come with us. Yes, I scare them. Some from our they make the stealth are the uncle from one from our class to come with us. They come with us. I'm nosy. I don't know what they want in the behind too, but they was so nosy. But they reported it on tongue after we walk a lot, and so we wasn't power. We haven't power. Then they gave us short wisdom. 10 minutes or 15 minutes. What the German soldiers make out on the hills and size of houses are cracked together. But with the risk of we become damaged, and with the risk of we haven't power and it's too hard for us. And once from those speaking, I was in the night. I speak that to my classroom. I say, this is terrible. Not for this make me not fun. I love to walk. I love sport. But we have some children here. They have pressure with them. They don't used to sport, and I don't think they parents know how much walking we make. They think we have a nice time and game, and the teachers make a nice time for us. Some from my class cry and cry and cry. How many kilometers? How many kilometers? Understand what I mean? If you use children are in sport group, and this was other, but this was some children have some weight and don't use to move this weight. You understand what I mean? They can become heart and breathe problems and fall down, and some fall down. So this guys, for the reason we have to go too much inside the mountain chain and the mountain tools and so. And this is too hard for some children. They say to us, we report you guys. Give between that the soldiers clear year of year, day of day, houses was cracked down before many 100 years before they found. And with their own words they say, the people see the hills and how this morph and physically need a pressure. The stones was hot and cracked together, a pressure crack it together. We can't understand, and this was not once in repeatedly of the earth, but we can't say when is the next time. Yani, those guys knows from the space lift hour later, seen with their own eyes, reported some was before the Peacemaker as the space lift hour later designer, and if they understand who I am and understand to assist some guy, they was blocked in my black hairs. They was already with me in the historical books, assist in 9/11 for the hills, for the towers, the twin towers. Understand what I mean? And my spying from the devil, what for information and what was in my dream, I seen the before where I was kid already, seen the twin towers on flame. They don't use to attach to protect the twin towers. See what I mean? And this is the reason for the space of hour later, the next twin towers and the next forest and the next clouds. We need clean and fresh. We need the space left hour later. And some from those start to truly understand what was with the mountains, what is the pressure from stars, and the planet Earth is a star, and we have many witnesses how much mercy we have with the earth. If we protect the earth, then how many power we need with assist from the earth if we want use another planet is actually a star, is hidden like our earth, but have many different, is terrible, make our ship and our sun system in this universe the best ship in universe and the best pearl what we can use for feel with love and protect each other as rich. I say to the rich guys again, take me how many times you want as an enemy. You are better with me. All your millions, if you let it for your children or grandchildren, lost any, is deleted. It's only a while, maybe with them doing, you delete it on this earth, your skin come back in one from your grandchild's, with them, God don't let for lost this historical moment, don't let you become after a face in this world move around the world. You understand? This is the reason try to invest in that is better for us. So try a way to me, try a way copy my objects for political, for we have soon united world. Understand what I mean? I don't say anything without fear God. I say that all with fear God. You understand what I mean? I seen a had group of humans. Some was in a university, in the famous university in Germany. Use some words from me for make his name a little bit historical. But the mass of white miss over those necks is so a lot. I scare what they become in the grave with some words respect, and in other words try to be enemy with them. Peacemaker want all the time assist those, have never pressure, will come together. Assalamu alaikum, marhaba, marhaban, welcome, welcome.